earlier this week on Thursday night. I was actually standing right here, and it was 8:20 on Thursday night, and I had been invited. I always get invited months before, and I know what I'm supposed to prepare for. It's whatever community Bible study is studying. They want me to introduce the lesson. And I thought, wow, introduce the book of Genesis, has 50 chapters. If you read it at this speed that I'm talking right now, it takes 150 minutes to read it. And you want me to introduce 150-minute long of truth in 20 minutes. Oh, they says, no, you have 10 minutes to introduce it and 10 minutes to apply it. They said, you have to apply it too. And I said, wow, apply 150 minutes of truth in 10 minutes after you introduce it for 10 minutes. So, but you know what they were saying? They're saying that we don't want to merely be hearers of the word, which is probably one of the biggest maladies of the church, that we are steeped in truth. We have more truth than any generation's ever had. You know, my study Bible that I have at home has 25,000 exegetical notes in it. You know how many verses are on the Bible? 31,000. I have a note on almost every verse. We have more knowledge than any generation in the history of the church has. And we apply often the Bible the least. So, how do you apply? Go back to verse 9. And what are the lessons that we can apply to our life from the very first time God allows us to see saints singing in heaven? What lessons can we derive? Number one, and look at how these tie. It says in verse 9, you are worthy to take the scroll. How can we apply that? Well, if Jesus is the creator and owner of all things, the application is, I should surrender back all I have to Jesus as my creator and owner. You know, it's a very liberating thing to do this. You know, this week one of our cars died, and it wouldn't run, and you know how mechanical I am. You remember, I'm the one that pulls the spark plug wires off to make them get better gas mileage. And so they tried to keep me away from the car, and they called AAA. And the AAA man came, you know how they have the super, you know, to start it? And he says, doesn't start. And I said, yeah, I mean, I'm enough mechanic to know that. And he said, it'll have to be towed. And I said, yeah. And so they towed it off. You know what's really wonderful to think about? That's not my car. Whose is it? Yeah. The Lord is the creator and owner of all things. If you have a car that doesn't work, if you have a job that isn't working, if you have a body that's not working, do you know what is incredibly liberating? To meditate on the fact that I need to surrender that broken down car, that broken down career, and that broken down body, and that broken down relationship to the Lord. And He is the true owner, and He also has directions on what to do when you have a broken down career and a broken down body and a broken down anything. Surrender back. Now look at this verse. This is the first verse. I know we always think of Romans 12, 1 and 2, and that's a great one to think of. But you know what? In heaven, they're always talking about blood redemption. And look what 1 Corinthians 6 says. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God, and you're not your own? I don't know if you read over the last few days that during this whole 9/11, we're just learning about all the attacks that are going on. It's just slowly filtering through the news. But you know what one of them was? The royal heir of the House of Windsor, you know, Prince Harry from the Windsor family, you know, the king and queen of England. Their last name is Windsor. You know, he was at Camp Bastion. That's a British post that's 13 square miles. It's the most heavily defended military installation that we've built in recent years. It has incredible layers of defense. You ought to read about it. They were able to kill soldiers near him. They were targeting the prince himself. And you know what is amazing about that? To think about how in this world, nothing is secure, everything can be taken away from us. I saw someone this morning walking in, I said, hey, how are you today? And they said, great. I said, how's your job? They said, I don't have it anymore. And you know, they were one of the most securely employed people I've ever seen. Everything is insecure. What's the solution to that? To realize you, verse 20, were bought at a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit. They belong to God. Surrender back to God.